Welcome everybody to the first day of the round of 8. You could see from the highlights our matchup is going to be a Terran versus Zerg. It's Shine versus Royal. Shine's had a lot of cool games so far this season, and in the past week we saw Royal play some insane builds. So I'm very excited to see this matchup scan.
Yeah, I'm also excited to see whether Royal will be making a new history of his new career record, or will he be facing another wall, like his limit that he's not going to be making into round of 4. But I think this is going to be his a best dream of the ASL Season 14 bracket, because this is his chance to make it into round of 4 to have the new record for his career.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I think if you're going to make the round of 4, this is the season to do it, because speaking of limit-breaking seasons, it's Shine's limit-breaking season so far. I think this is his first appearance in the round of 8. If he was to make it to the round of 4 here, that would be absolutely nuts. And if we look at who could possibly come out of the bottom side if Shine was to make it to the round of 4, Bisu, and we know Bisu's already haunted by Shine's play from previous seasons. And then Shine actually had really good ZVZ. I could see a world where he beats Sulky too. So Shine has a chance to actually go to the round of 4 and beyond if he can win today. But Royal is so strong. He's so strong today that I think it's going to be very hard to take him down.
Yeah, we also have seen that highlight video where it was showing the Royal's TVZ record. He had 11 wins and 2 losses only in the ASL performance. And those are the profile picture from the ASL. And I wonder what kind of the bag of builds that Shine will be showing tonight. Because we got the map pool, was a new Arkanoid was in there, Odyssey was in there too, I believe, and Nemesis as well. So we have, okay, looks like players are here to go for the interview.
나의 레벨은 다르다 어나더 레벨
So
핫식스와
this is
함께하는
ASL Season 14 round of 8, sponsored by Hot 6. And this is the day 1 of round of 8. 2 players that is going to be Royal and Shine. We would like to figure out what they have prepared of today's game. Let's hear what they say. How are you guys doing? And in the winner's interview on round of 16, you were saying you wanted to play, you wanted to match up against Shine, and the dream became true. How do you feel? How did you feel?
그 전부터 계속 만나고 싶다고 얘기를 했는데 딱 형이 뽑아주셔가지고 그냥 뭔가 다감 간 느낌이었어요.
So he felt really great when MC Lee Young pulled out the lottery ball. It had to be turns out to be Shine, and he was kind of glad to play against Shine.
일단 테란전이라서 솔직히 토스전을 좀 더 하고 싶긴 했었는데.
So, how do you feel that you're facing against Royal today? Shine is saying that he kind of prefers to play against Protoss, but he's kind of also okay to play against Terran as well. It's about 11 seasons of break for you that you didn't get to play of this best of 5 series in the ASL. How did you prepare?
근데 이제 사실 좀 테란전이 걱정되긴 했었는데 이미 좀
He's somewhat worried about versus Terran.
5년 전에도 이제 대진에서 저 만나가지고 이미 신나 있던 친구가 있었거든요. 원래
So he's also saying something about Royals being so excited that he's facing against him. But there's also another guy who was very happy who wanted to play against Shine 5 years ago, which means 10 seasons ago. He got eliminated. Not sure who he's mentioning about, but he took him down in 5 years ago.
자만심이 심어지는 것 같아가지고 이러면은 충분히 내가 해볼만 하다라고 생각을 했었어요.
How did you feel when the bracket became you were facing against Royal and Shine was saying Royal's being so overconfident to play against Shine, so this is going to be a chance. Shine is going to be having a chance that he will be taking him down because he's just too confident.
ASL 내에서 보여주고 있는 이 저그전의 기세 물론 훌륭합니다만 이영환 선수도 16강에서
So Royal, you have been showing such a nice TVZ ASL performance, but also Shine, you showed very good performance in round of 24 and round of 16, I believe.
솔직히 객관적으로 봐도 제가
Yeah, it was against Mong and Light. So Shine also has shown some great performance. And what do you feel that you're going to be facing? How do you feel that today you're going to be facing against Shine? And Royal is saying he was somewhat shocked how he was almost had a chance to take Light down. Yeah, round of 16. So Royal, of course, definitely
머리를 극적이고 있는 이영환 선수.
prepare up the Shine's backup build.
뻔하지 않은 수를 준비해 오셨겠죠, 이영환 선수라면.
He's not gonna letting his guard
사실
down
좀
to
제가
play
해오는
against Shine.
패턴들이 이제 좀 많이 보여지다 보니까 익숙해져가지고 아마 머릿속에 다들 생각이 있을 거예요. 근데 그 생각해야
So Shine
되는
is
그
saying
원한 수가 너무 많아요. 그렇기 때문에
a lot of players
잘
kind of have some
이용하고
expectation that Shine
충분히
will
할만하다고
be
생각해요.
using
이영환 선수가
somewhat
8강 진출이
open
확정되고
build.
나서 보여줬던 그
Open build as kind of like a known build that almost everyone knows. So he's gonna be using some mind game and play around either macro or maybe a conceptual play style.
ESL에서 24강에서 몇 번 만난 적이 있었거든요. 근데 그때마다 항상 제가 올라가는 발판이 돼주셨는데 오늘
Royal,
그래 주셔야 될 것 같아요.
Before we go into the game, Royal, what would you like to say? And Royal was saying that he often met against Shine in a round of 24, round of 16, so he's gonna be taking him down just as usual and make it into the next round.
두 선수의
Shine
멋진
and
8강전 경기
Shine said
기대하겠습니다. 인터뷰 고맙습니다.
he has prepared a lot for this round of 8 of this best of 5, so he'll be showing some great performance. Please have some nice expectation. And thank you for the interview.
가장 먼저 4강에 이름을 올리게 될지 경기 함께 만나보시죠.
Thank you for the translation scan. And actually, I went and looked up who Shine was talking about. And he took down Mong, and then in the round of 4, he took down Bisu. And that was back in Season 3, so it's been a while. But that means Shine made it all the way to the finals. I didn't realize that he's actually been a finalist in the ASL. And you were talking about the maps. You can see here, we've got all of the new maps. Allegro,
I love
Arkanoid,
it.
Vermeer,
I love
Odyssey,
it.
Nemesis. There's no maps in this map pool.
Yeah, I think Royals somewhat prefer to play against Shine on a normal map or standard map like Allegro, Vermeer. But I guess Shine has prepared something. Also, I figured out that New Arkanoid has some somewhat leaning towards to Zerg favor, so it's somewhat understandable for Shine that he's picking that map. And Odyssey, I wonder, is he gonna be doing the same build that he played against Light, or maybe something else that we don't know? And those are the key point we are taking a look at. Royal, this is his second time that he made it into round of 8. That was season 12 and season 14, and 7 winning streak against Zerg. And if he gets to win this round of 8, then it is going to be his first time that make it into semi-final. Shine, this is the second time that he made it into round of 8, season 3 and season 14, and he got to play 7 times of a Zerg versus Terra matchup, and 4 wins and 3 losses. And here's also another key point we are taking a look at. Royal, he seems like a new Zerg killer in an ASL performance. 11 wins and 2 losses. Very strong. Wonder he's going to be making a new history right after Flash. And Shine, a lot of people kind of have some expectation that Shine is not that great against Terran matchup, but whenever he pulls out the backup builds, he's really, really strong.
Yeah, and as Royal mentioned in the interview, there was a shot that Shine was going to take down Light on that map Odyssey. And, I mean, that's impressive. Light's obviously one of the best, if not the best Terran. So Shine does have the talent. That is a fact. The question is can he turn it into a victory here in the actual game? And we've got to look at the stats of Royal, as you mentioned. He is on a massive Zerg winning streak, 11-2 overall versus Zerg. That's an 85% win rate. That's nuts. Now, when we get to Shine's statistics, I don't think versus Terran is going to be his best matchup. Shine is really a Zerg versus Protoss mastermind because of how many different all-ins and how hard it is for Protoss to deal with it. And there we go. We can see the stats. Just a 37.5% win rate. But, I mean, that's not that bad, honestly, versus Terran.
Not too bad, I would say, because if I try to remember, he got a second place in an ASL performance in Season 3, and that was, I believe, 3-0 or 4-0 against Flash. So if we try to eliminate all those records that he played against Flash, then I don't think his Zerg versus Terran matchup is not that too bad.
Yeah, I would really like to see a macro game from Shine like he did on Odyssey. That was impressive, and Shine can win macro games, but as you said, what makes him dangerous is the bag of builds. You don't know if it's going to be a macro game. You don't know if it's going to be a mega all-in. You don't know what's coming from this guy. So I am very happy to see that we've got new maps, because he's already shown that he can play weird builds on these new maps. And our first map is going to be a bit of a standard one, though. It's Allegro, but Neo Arkanoid, I'm waiting for that map, man. I'm so happy to see that it's second. And with all that said, our first game is ready. Let's get into our first game of the round of 8. It's Royal versus Shine. And in the top right, the Zerg Killer, it is Royal. And in the bottom right, our Teal Zerg, it is Shine. Now, yesterday I was streaming, and someone asked me, what do you think of Allegro versus Largo? And I said, well, to me, it seems pretty much identical. What do you think are a bit of differences of Allegro and Largo for TVZ?
Something that I have felt while I was playing the game compared to like Largo and Allegro, I would say vertical and horizontal matchup, the rush distance is somewhat closer than Polypoid. I mean, if we try to remember how the Largo was designed, like those terrain at the 3, 6, 9, and 12 o'clock position, like the terrain was kind of like delaying your Emmett, like the ground army has to go all the way around to go to the opponent's natural base. So I think that can be the change here, because everything is flat. Everything is flat except for the center and the 3, 6, 9, and 12 o'clock expansion. So we are also taking on like a Shines build here. 1 minute 15 second pull. I'm gonna be expecting that is going to be an overpull opening from Shine, and 10 racks. No, that was 11 racks from Royal.
Yeah, we've got the semi-wall at the entrance, and if it is a slightly faster rush distance than Polypoid, I wonder if we will see Royal go for some type of fast stem rush and try and bust down bottom right. We do see, unfortunately, Royal's going to find Shine in the last position because he's scouting top left, but that's a good sign if you're a Shine fan. And we do have the hatchery coming down in just a second, and I wonder what the gas timing is going to be, because remember, didn't we see Shine play 3 hatch builds almost every single time in this tournament? Wonder if we'll actually see a 2 hatch opener from him this time around.
Well, that was somewhat interesting to see. I mean, normally if someone is doing the overpull, you don't do drone scout here, but he's doing the drone scout that, hey, I'm going for 12 hatchery, so do not send out the second SCV if you want to gamble. And he glad to see that Royal is not gambling. He's also doing the double scout here to figure out whether to pull a pull opening from Shine or whatnot. But we have to be careful here whether he's going to be skipping the second Marine or really be constantly making the Marine production and just try to be safe against this pull first build.
Yep, and SCV does not see those first 4 Lings move across the map. Actually, Royal's way far forward with these Marines. These could easily die. And SCV, does he recognize that this is, hey, a pool first opener? The answer is no, because those Marines are still super far forward. Royal's already in trouble. This is just 3 Marines versus 4 Lings. Obviously, the Lings are going to win this fight. SCVs are being pulled. That's a great pull right there to limit the amount of damage, but he already loses a Marine. Actually almost lost an SCV there. Ends up saving it, but he loses a second Marine. And behind this, Where's that drone? Okay, actually he builds a hatchery in the main. I'm kind of surprised to see
Ooh.
the hatchery in the main.
Did you see that? It was so beautiful that he was taking down the lower HP Zergling first before the full HP Zergling here. So that wasn't too bad for Royal. I mean, it was somewhat surprising for me to know that he constantly made the Marine first and then put down the command center, and that was somewhat helped him out to defend against this 4 Zergling rush. And now Royal figures out there's a third hatchery and sees the extractor. Still no lair tech yet from Shine. And whether Shine is going to be making the Zergling with a metabolic boost, or okay, there's a lair tech at the main base.
Yep, I'm a little bit surprised that the hatchery was in the main as opposed to the bottom middle or bottom left, for example, because we saw action go for, you know, a third base on location on Vermeer earlier in the tournament. Obviously didn't work out for him, but it is a strong build when you can actually get it up and running, and I think this could have been a good option on if he had placed it at bottom middle, but Shines has other ideas, and we have a 5 Marine move out and then just a back off from Royal to force some Lings out, and SCV spotted it, so he is going to back off and sit behind his racks. And behind this, we're going to again have another eBay opener, so he's going to be rushing that +1.
Yeah, interesting to know. Interesting to know that Shine is not going to be playing some of the backup builds. He is playing some standard here. I don't see Hydrogen whatsoever, so that drone seems like waiting for the lair tech to be complete and placing down the Spire. There you go.
Yeah, but whenever you're facing Shine, even if you scan the Spire, you could be thinking, okay, where's the Hydrogen man? Because we know that he loves to go for lurkers. He's not afraid to go for it, and he loves to mix it up a lot. But this time around, as you stated, this is just a normal opener, and that Rax positioning of Royal signals to me that we may actually have a 5 Rax. He's got 4 already going up, and SCV clutch scout right there, spots that the Spire is halfway done and gets a full scout of the main, so he knows exactly what's going on, and that means that he also doesn't have to build comp stats. So yeah, this is an amazing scout from Royal.
Definitely true. Well, inside information here that he Royal got all those information what he really wanted to do, and he figures out it's a completely standard build that right now Shine is doing. I don't see any evolution chamber how he was played from round of 16 here. It's not a crazy Zerg build, but super standard. But I guess Shine figured out this has to be the +1 5 racks or +1 4 racks from Royal, so he decided to place down additional hatchery before Mutalisk production. So this is a very good response from Shine here before making the Muta production. And now 2 Zerglings will be sneaking. The other 4 is also trying his job, but not going to be working out. 2 Zerglings are wasted, but he will figure it out that the number of the Marine count is just large enough to that this has to be the +1 5 Rex instead of like 3-1-1 where you can do the Valkyrie build. So this is not a Valkyrie build that Shine now figured out.
Yeah, we're going to see the move out from Royal in just a second, and this is going to be really hard for Shine to stop. It's hard to stop a 5 Rax when you open with 12 hatch in general, but this was an overpool where he didn't really get that much damage done, and now you're facing a 5 Rax where +1's going to be done in just a second. This is going to be such a tough hold for Shine to hold bottom left, but for now Royal has not committed to the map, and he will lose a decent chunk of Marines here. The turrets are not up, actually. He's going to find the sweet spot behind the mineral line, but this triggers a counterattack from Royal. How many Sunkens are up? That's only 2. He's stemming across the map. I actually don't know if this is enough to bust through 2 Sunkens plus Ling and Muta support. Maybe it is, actually. The Sunkens are not done yet.
Well, the Marines are turning out to be 20 HP remaining, but will they be able to survive? It's one hit only for the medic, and Marine starts to follow up, but the +1 is really strong, takes down the Sunken Colony super duper fast, and now Shine is a big time trouble here. Does he have enough Muta to take this Marine down?
And the answer is yes. So this 5 Rax move out did not very much at all. He forced a drone pull, he lost 2 Sunkens, and that's it. And the Mutas actually killed a decent chunk of SCVs in the main, but it doesn't seem like the build of Royal has been delayed that much. The factory's about to finish, but he's going to be moving out with round 2, and again, that +1 upgrade is going to be kicking in, and it's going to be a much harder attack this time around. Harder attack to defend, I mean.
I also figured out the Hydroden is already up and the two Hydralisks are out on the map, so that means Royal will be figuring out. I mean, the moment when Zerg shows a Hydralisk or a couple of Hydralisks at the natural or the third expansion, then Terran will be immediately figure out, hey, you're not making additional Mutalisks, you just wasted about you just had a remaining 6 Muta earlier after that fight at the natural, and now how are you gonna be defending of this next round of the second round of this M&M ball?
Well,
Ooh.
the answer is he's going to defend with lurkers and sunkens, and he will defend his natural if Royal attempts to attack there because lurker's already in position. Wow, that was an instant add-on onto the factory. So Royal's going to follow up with a tank push. This was such a common follow-up in the olden days. You go for the 2 or 3 tank push before defilers. And looking in Shine's main, I don't see Queen's Nest anywhere except now it has just started as the spectator points out, and that's going to allow Royal an opportunity to actually go for the tank push and have success with it.
Yeah, Royal and Shine, both of the players are playing really, really well, and now Shine got the number of medalists with the 11, the magic number, and now this is going to be, those mutalists are going to go for the backstab here, but personally, I really do not like those supply depot placement because that just blocks everything. Maybe he might need to lift off the command center to get inside.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. I was like, I hate this, man, and you can see why you do not want to wall off your main command center. I don't think those Marines are going to win either, so Royal's going to lose his whole army. Shine only trades 3 SCVs. He forces a liftoff, so that's a full SCV pull, basically, right? Because they're going to be forced to the natural. He's still losing Marines, and that just means that his tank push is going to be even weaker. So this was a huge mistake. Just a couple buildings really, really messing up Royal. And Shine, this is a good position for him, actually.
Yeah, that was a super great trade for Shine because, I mean, Royal was having the big supply lead earlier, about like a 90 supply versus a 75-ish. But now he did some amount of damage to Royal's main base and has some timing delayed. But now, I mean, Royal, he really needs to move out before Shine gets the hive tech finish, and also the defiler mount. Is there a defiler? No, there's still not a defiler mount at the main base. How is he gonna be defending this 3 tank push with the Science Vessel follow? Okay, the Science Vessel is spotted, and the Scourges are coming. Mutalisk covering the Scourge, and now he's gonna be sniping the Vessel. Yes, he does.
Oh, he gets it. That's a fantastic pickoff, but as you stated, the hive is so late, and there's no like hold position lurkers out on the map anywhere. So basically, this is just going to be Zerg stuck in a choke versus tanks, and he doesn't really have that many mutas left over. So actually, I think this game might just end here. What I thought was a good position for Shine looks like may just be a game-ending attack from Royal. He's not waiting for those lurkers to get into a better position. He just instantly pounces on him, and look how many Marines are left over. That's despite so many kills from Mutalisk. The Mutalisk get destroyed by Marines in the back. This could be game over.
Yeah, this is a 1-1 upgrade timing attack that Royal did, and very, very strong timing attack before Shine gets the hive tech and the defiler mount up. I think there were some couple moments that Shine messed up his strategy, that probably the Mutalists were going for the backstab and Marine was busting the natural, but the Sunken Colony was not going up on time there.
You gotta also remember he opened with overpool, so the overpool delays everything, and then the bust, like you said, delays everything. Could have delayed his Queen's Nest, upwards of something like a minute. I'm just guessing here because I'm not a Zerg player, but if he had a faster defiler mount, I think he was in a good spot. But because everything was so delayed, you can see how strong that push is. I mean, there was just no way Shine could hold it. There were so many Marines, and they were 1-1 upgraded too, so they can take hits from lurkers. That means Royal's up 1-0 in this series, and that's critical because, as you point out, Arkanoid, very good Zerg map. If he was down 0-1 and then he plays Arkanoid and potentially goes down 0-2, it is so hard to come back from an 0-2 deficit in a best of 5.
Yeah, I also played a couple of games on New Arkanoid. I wonder how Terran is going to be figuring out like a solution to face against Zerg, because it's instant 3 gas Zerg in the beginning of the game at the main base, so I wonder how Royal's gonna be doing or dealing against Shine's the backup builds here. Are we gonna go into the commercial break? No, we are gonna be taking a look at the replay.
Yeah, at this point, the mutas are too damaged, and there's not enough for them to, two-shot the tank or something. Getting the vessel was fantastic. And look at that worker count. It's actually a worker lead for Shine. The problem is, he just doesn't have the units anymore. And like I said, there were no hold position lurkers anywhere on the map or anything. Royal even scanned as he was moving out. And when you're just choked up like this, what can you really do? The lurkers just get beat down. These Marines have +1 armor, upgrades too, so they're not easy to take down. Really strong attack from Royal. And we are back. We're going to be going into game 2. Our map is going to be Arkanoid. And before we were going into the break, you were talking about how hard our Arkanoid is going to be, and you're hoping to see Royal come up with a good build for this map, because it is hard when you can't scout.
While we were taking a break, because while we were taking up the commercial break, I was thinking of Royal playstyle. Royal's also a guy who does kind of like he doesn't have like a fantastic bag of builds how Shine does have, but his Royal's playstyle is somewhat unique, I would say, because compared to like Light, Rush, JYJ, or Sharp, then I mean, I guess Royal's the type of guy who does have also a bag of builds compared to the rest of the other Terran players. So I wonder how he's going to be facing against Shine on this near Arkanoid, because it's not a standard map. It has a bunch of Protoss Temple and Xel'Naga Temple that has a 5,000 HP. And I wonder what he's going to be doing, Royal.
Yeah, I also am curious what he'll come up with. When I've seen games actually get to mid-game, I see all types of play. I even see Wraith play often. And we know Royal can play Wraith. So it would be cool to see if we actually get to see something like that, but we'll have to wait and see what Shine's got planned, because he may not even want to get to that phase of the game. We may see another one hatch play, which we've already seen on Arkanoid in previous rounds, and our players are ready, so let's get into game 2. And in the top right, our Peach Terran, it is Royal. And then in the bottom right, our Yellow Zerg, it is Shine. So during the break, I was also thinking, okay, what's a safe build versus everything potentially Zerg could go for? You know what came to mind actually was Shiny. Not Shine, but Shiny. You've seen Shiny play his like 1 base 2 racks tank push with Vessel. Have you seen that? What about something like that? Because then Zerg has to defend 3 areas. He's got to defend the top side in this position, the bottom side, and his main. Could something like a 1 base tank push timing work, you think, TVZ?
Well, that can be also a case, but I wonder if Royal's going to be doing that type of strategy. But we are seeing Royal's going to be sending out a CB. Well, I guess he just wants to put down a supply depot at the entrance, whether it is going to be like a 9 pull 1 hatch Zergling speed into lair attack and then doing the Zergling all. It looks like there's a fan came from America. Yeah, he came from America there. And Shine, he's not doing the 9 pull, he made an overlord. I don't see overpull is going up here.
Yeah, you know, actually before this game started, I thought to myself, you know, I think Shine's a tricky player, but I have a feeling that because so many Zergs have all-in on this map, I have a feeling he's not going to all-in here. Now, so far he's not, because he's putting down a hatchery at bottom left. But this could be one of his patented bag of builds. You can see that the hatchery is a little off-center here, but still has access directly for that gas. And, okay, we've got a gas opener from Royal. And this is a 12 gas, so we could actually see some Wraith play, which I do see sometimes on Arkanoid.
Well, 12 gas, I don't know whether 12 gas is actually useful here, but maybe... I'm trying to remember how Royal was playing on Ascension or the other somewhat weird map. I remember he was doing the factory expansion into a starport, and then also placed down the additional starport and went for 2 base... a 2-port Wraith into like Science Vessel production. I wonder if he's gonna be doing that strategy or not, but it looks like that is going to be a proxy. Well, it's still a main base, but he's gonna be most likely leaning I cannot say, lift off that factory and scouts at the 11 o'clock direction.
Yeah, that's definitely the intention here, is to try and see if Shine is top left. He's gonna find out that he is not, so that's going to be a bit unlucky for him. And actually, Royal has pulled off of gas, so he is going to take a command center behind this. But as we've stated, there are those eggs preventing the command center. So this is going to be an off-center command center. One Marine going to come out and try and take down these eggs. Now, these eggs have a lot of health, and they regen. So it will take a while for this to actually clear out. You know, when Arkanoid was in one of the foreign tournaments, I actually watched a lot of Nada replays to get a build order on how many Marines need to build and how many SCVs need to pull off to actually knock down these eggs. I think Royal has the correct number here, just 2 Marines. And I think 1 SCV eliminates them quickly enough, plus makes the creep reseed away. But there's the starport follow-up. But because he's not continuing to mine gas, this is probably just going to be 1 Wraith and then maybe something like Valkyrie or Science Vessel follow-up.
Yeah, both of the players are trying to figure out whether it is going to be a cross-spawn matchup or vertical or horizontal. Shine knows it's not a horizontal matchup already, but Royal is trying to still figuring out where Zerg is located at, and there's a Spartak being placed down, and the third hatchery also at the at the second base, and that is the second starport. How I was mentioning how Royals played, and maybe this is going to be like classic Cloak Wraith defending against early 8 meterless production against Shine, and then slowly transitioning into double starport vessel production into maybe M&M.
Yeah, it could be the case. I actually was not expecting to see a second starport, but he is going to have a lot of rays here, and because it is not a 1-hatch build, he will be able to get up a decent amount of wraiths in time, and will have cloak at a decent time. Now, in his main, okay, I think that is an eBay next to his command center. That Overlord, I don't know how it's gone unspotted so far, but he's in the sweet spot right now, overlooking the entrance, and sees only 1 Rax. So he may already suspect that this could be some Wraith play. Overlord is going to come in here, or Wraith is going to come in here and confirm the build from Shine.
And we are already seeing the Queen's Nest is already going up at 5 minutes of the game. So this is not something standard build what I'm seeing. Okay, Creek Colony being placed down at the right time and not losing that drone. And now Royal figures out there's a Spartak. Okay, you have a Spartak, so this has to be 2-hatch Muta production on the way. And Royal is trying to figure out where the Overlord is.
Yeah, I really like Royal's position right now. He's got multiple race out. He's going to knock down this Overlord, which is crucial, because now when Cloak kicks in, there's going to be no answer for Shine. So, I don't know how... Oh, look at that! Shine actually canceled his Queen's Nest.
Ooh.
He's going to go into Hydra Den. So this could be a Lurker follow-up.
But will Lurker break the neutral building really, really fast? I don't think so, but I wonder what the purpose of him like canceling the Queen's Nest that he was already making earlier. And now we are seeing Royal making more Wraith production. Then those turret placement is pretty nice, and I think Shine still does not know this has to be a 2-port Wraith follow-up.
Yeah, I also agree. I don't think he knows how many Wraiths are actually built in. Like you stated, the temples and stuff are not stacked up, so he doesn't necessarily need Lurkers here. Just mass Hydra would be fantastic. Now, Royal should know, like, hey dude, that mutant count is quite low, so he may suspect something's already up, but for now, he doesn't have any idea of what's going on. He's going to come in here now, see the Hydras, but he's got the sweet spot, or the sweet number of Wraiths. He's got 5 Wraiths. That means he one-shots drones. Look at that. He's already picked off 3 of them, and he just exits without taking almost any damage at all.
I'm trying to understand what the purpose of Shine is really doing here. Maybe this can be you know, there's a Zerg strategy that you can actually do against the mech build, where you make about 6 Muta into mass Hydralus and bust the frontal expansion like the natural. But maybe that can be the case. Yeah, he does have the Overlord speed, and maybe the remaining Vesping gas right now he has. Maybe he will be making the Overlord drop upgrade, and then harass will maybe drop at the third expansion or the second base at a 12 o'clock position. But these Hydralists are just gonna be slowly pushing forward. But does Royal know? I don't think he knows yet.
Yeah, and just like in Zerg versus Protoss, it doesn't really matter where you put the bunker because the Zerg can just avoid the bunker. So he's going to come in through the bottom side, and that's a lot of Hydras, actually. And remember, they probably have range done. The Marines, I think the first medic has come out, so it's unlikely that these Marines have range just yet. And this is a ton of Hydras, but it is actually taking surprisingly long for these Hydras to get through, and that just allows these Wraiths to rack up even more kills. They've killed something like 10 drones, and that puts Shine completely all in almost. That means all Royal has to do is hold this attack, which I think he will now that he has double bunker, and he's primed to take this game.
Well, I guess Royal is just top of a Shine's head here. I mean, he knows what's coming, but SCVs are not here to repair bunker yet, but will he be able to defend? Okay, Wraiths are tanking some Hydraless damage. Okay, now the Siege Tank just now came out. Does he have the Siege Mode? I don't think so, but the Siege Mode upgrade takes about 50 seconds and that's gonna be not giving him enough time. Maybe he does have enough time to have that Siege Mode up. Yes, there's a bunker being repaired by the SCV. Nicely hold.
Yeah, that was really well done from Royal, and that means that Shine's in big time trouble. You can see he's continuing to build Hydras here with tanks and 6 barracks, and you're on basically 1 base mining because he only has 2 drones at his natural. That means Shine must win here with this attack. Otherwise, the follow-up counterattack from Royal is probably going to be the killing move. With the second tank out on the map and the bunker still alive and the Sim City, I don't really see any world for Shine to bust through here. He's going to try and swoop around. I think that's his best option. But by then, there's just going to be too many Marine medic. They should be able to stand up to the Hydras by themselves.
And also, the +1, the Marine upgrade should be kicking in soon here. And I don't see Shine is making any more of a drone production here. He's just going to be having just mass Hydralists and try to end the game here. I mean, Royal is trying to guess where the Hydralists are coming from. He's going to be placing down the bunker at the left side. But the main army is coming from the right side here. Does he have enough Siege Tank? The bunker has 4 Marine, I believe. But the Siege Tanks are somewhat out of position. And now the Siege Tank will be falling off.
Oh.
So Royal needs to bring his remaining army.
Yeah, actually, Royal might be in trouble because if you look at the angle of attack, the Marines don't have a lot of surface area. Arax has already died. There's only 1 tank here. Now that tank is very safe, but a second Rax goes down. And if you look at the standing army of what Royal has, it's what, 8 Marines and a lot of medics? I mean, there's not that many Marines actually, but he's gonna try and move in here. Lurkers, one of them gets irradiated. The tank you can see is focusing down the Lurkers. Is there enough Hydras is the question. It looks like the answer is going to be no, there is not.
Wow, the +1. I believe this +1 Marine is helping Royal to hold off this attack. And now the Hydralists are moving forward to kill the Siege Tank. But will they be able to take it down? Probably no. And Shine taps out.
Yeah, Shine taps out there. I think the idea was good, but those temples took so long to kill. Like, if he didn't have to spend, I don't know how long it was, maybe 20 seconds or so killing those temples, those 5 racks wouldn't have kicked in. Roy would have had way fewer Marines. His bunker may have not been done. It could have been a game-winning move. But the temples bought Royal all the time he needed, and now he's up 2-0 in the series.
Well, now this is going to be a dangerous moment for Shine because the third map is chosen by Royal, and the map is going to be a standard map, Vermeer. Shine hasn't shown any conceptual playstyle on a Vermeer yet. He plays some macro playstyle with a 3 hatchery, super fast armor into a lurker upgrade into an overload speed against Mong, but will he be doing the same thing? I don't think he will because Royal is just playing so well tonight.
Yeah, Royal's playing extremely well, and if Shine already showed that, he went for the fake drop versus Mong. So I agree. I don't think we're going to see that again, but maybe he will mix it up and say like, okay, I know that that I can use drops, so I'm not going to do it. But actually, I am going to do it this time around. We're going to look at the highlights of this game. As you stated, the siege mode took quite a long time to complete. But I mean, look how few units there are for Royal. And this is after, that huge delay killing the temple. I mean, there was 1 Marine in that bunker. Imagine if Shine was here 20 seconds earlier. I think he definitely could have won if this was a faster rush distance, but it just bought so much time.
Here was the magical moment that SCBs were surrounding and repairing the bunker. Nicely done, and the +1 Marine probably was done here at the moment here, and then it's just kind of unfortunate for Shine to break it through.
Yep, so again, another macro play on Arkanoid ends up in a loss for Zerg. It just seems like every time Zerg wants to go for macro on there, it backfires. We saw it backfire also versus in the action versus minigame. I mean, like 2 Reavers just obliterated everything. There was no counterplay. And then we're going into game 3, which is Vermeer. You don't think we're going to see the drop play? Well, what do you think are some options for Shine on Vermeer? Because he must win here. If he doesn't win, that's it for him.
Vermeer, I guess he's just going to be sticking with his whatever he has prepared, probably 3 hatchery once again, because that's all the strategy that he has been showing most of the time and most of the ASL performance. And look at those fans are also holding the hot 6. They probably bought it from the convenience store. And the other guys are also having this another hot 6 drink.
Yeah, they've all got the hot 6. Well, if we're gonna see 3 hatch again from Shine, you know, even though Action didn't have a winning game versus Royal on Vermeer, he did open 3 hatch. I would like to see Shine go for 3rd hatch at a low ground natural or at one of the mid bases, and then go for maybe Crazy Zerg, because we haven't seen Crazy Zerg all tournament, and that is a strong build. And so far, lurker builds are just not working for Shine. Just they're not. So I would like to see a deviation here. Maybe something like Crazy Zerg could be a good tactic.
Yeah, Royal's playing really, really well. So I thought Royal was gonna be doing something like a conceptual build, but I guess he won't be, because I mean he has been playing something standard and just winning the game 2-0 already. Why not just play standard all the standard and try to be safe against Shine? And yeah, of course those commentators are chugging up those drink, and fans as well.
Yeah, they're killing it. Into the Rain obviously already killed it. Astor Park. I love his reaction every single time, and I love Casterly on the right always laughing during this segment.
Yeah, I think he's somewhat shy. He's somewhat shy whenever he has to be talking about this hot 6 and drinking, drinking all this. And I think, yeah, he's looking down. Maybe we are gonna be going to the commercial break. Stay tuned, guys.
And we are back, and we're coming with potentially the last game of the day. Oh, we gotta go into our
ASL 시즌14
ASL segment first.
Okay, let's hear
이영환
what she
선수의
says,
경기 함께하고 계십니다. 현재까지
we have watched those two games earlier, and the score right now is 2-0. Royal is leading the score 2-0 here, best of 5, one game away of making into round of 4. And Allegro,
현재까지는 2대 0으로
Royal was playing somewhat standard against Shine, and Shine pulled out with the overpull. And overpull with the 4-lane starts did somewhat great damage, but I guess Royal was too strong there. And we're also taking a look at this winner's prediction.
승리할 것 같은 선수에게 투표하시면 정답.
Go to Africa TV esports page and winners prediction event. You can guess who's gonna be winning, and if your guess is right, 2 people get the ASL minifan, and the statistics information shows that a lot of audience are expecting Royal will be winning this best of 5 series, 74%, and Shine for 26%. And in ASL performance, Royal has been showing such a great job and great performance against the Zerg matchup, and it is going to be it might be his first time making it to semi-final, and we're gonna be going to the game 3 here.
Yeah, Royal's so close to making it over that hurdle into the round of 4, just one game away, and he's got probably, I think, the best map he could possibly get. Vermeer, a standard map, very similar to all the other standard maps, like Polypoid and the likes. And so far, Shine has just had no answer for Royal, and Royal's obviously feeling very confident in his chances here. As I stated before, I want to see something different from Shine. The lurkers are not working. The Mutas actually did a lot of damage versus Royal, because of his depot placement on Allegro, and then also lack of turrets at the bottom side of his minerals. So Muta opener into something like Ultras, that's what I want to see. Will we see it though? We may actually even see a 4-pool, but this is the last life for Shine. I don't know if he can risk his absolute last lifeline on a 4-pool, but he did it versus Barracks. Let's find out. It's game 3 on Vermeer.
That lady was really, really loud.
I know. You hear her. So in the bottom left, we've got our red Terran. It is Royal. And in the bottom right, our blue Zerg. It is Shine. And actually, after I stated we could see a 4-pool, I actually thought maybe Shine would go for a 4-pool, because if he could steal a win here, he could potentially put Royal on Mega Tilt. Okay, we're going to have... I don't even know if this is going to be an 8-Rex. This is so fast. This could be... Well, I guess for Mir, you do have a lot of travel time, but we're going to finally see the first aggressive opener from Royal here.
What I thought, if you want to do the proxy 8-Rex, then you move out at a 7, but he went out at 6.5-ish, and this is somewhat faster than what I expected. So I wonder what exactly he's going to be doing. He's not going to be having enough resource. Yeah, he does not have enough resource to place down barracks at the exact time. So, but he will still have it. But it's not a super optimized proxy 8-Rex. But I guess he's leading the score, and he's having such a great lead, and he kind of knows Shine cannot take a risk and go for like a pool first, like how he was doing in a Allegro earlier, or like a near Arcanoid, like a conceptual build style. So Shine has to play standard here, and he will be going for 12 battery. Oh, never mind, he's not placing down the 12 battery. Where is he going?
Oh, is he gonna scout in the middle? This is such a great scout from Shine. Royal is going to be 8-Raxing, but Shine's gonna have the perfect scout. However, he puts down the hatchery first anyways. So I wonder what this was actually intending to do. Did he want to go for something like 3 hatch before pool? But now that he sees there's an 8-Rax, obviously he can't do for that. But behind this, we see another gas opener for Royal. So he's going to follow this up with some type of tech. Now that SCV did a lot of damage to that drone. So that drone's going to have to run away.
Well, my guess is, why did he not cancel the hatchery? I mean, the standard of a 12 hatchery build, you start your spawning pool before 2 minute mark, but I was looking at the game timer. The spawning pool starts at 2 minute 5 seconds, so it has been delayed more than 5 seconds, and that 5 second delay against his proxy ARAX, it is going to hurt Shine so much, and I think this is going to be a disaster for him.
Well, he's already pulled off 7 drones. And this is not a committed 8 racks from Royal because he is teching behind this. Shine should already know something's up because there's no second SCV. But the drone almost dies in the back. Now we've got 2 dangerously low drones. The pool's not done yet still. He's forced to pull 2 more drones, but these drones are taking so many hits.
Yeah, that's what I was pointing out of this 5 seconds or more than 5 seconds delay spawning point. And that's such a nice drone drill, but not helping Shine today. Drones are falling, bunkers about to go up, none of the Marines has died, and now looks like Royal is a couple steps away of getting into round of 4, and I wonder what that is. That must be the second bunker. I guess he really wants to end the game here. Takes down the hatchery as soon as possible.
Yeah, and this is a mind game, right? Because normally when you see a bunker, you're not expecting tech. Right? Like, usually you don't build a bunker with tech. But behind this, there's actually going to be vultures. So Shine, even if he breaks through this, he's in big time trouble. Second bunker completes. So he has a second follow-up bunker to get into. And this bunker, I don't think he's going to be able to kill both bunkers. SCV repairing it. And this might be it. Shine might be eliminated. Maybe he's going to finally take down the bunker, but so much damage has already been done. He can just get into the top bunker. Okay, actually, it ends up dying. But still, this is so much damage already done.
Well, let's count how many drones are remaining. 6 drones are remaining. He canceled one of the eggs, maybe 2 eggs. Okay, 1. Yeah, the scouting drone will also fall. The amount of damage he has done is really, really nice, but the sunken colony, the creek colony is just now started, and Royal should be knowing about this.
Yeah, I think Shine already knows he's in big trouble. You can see the reaction on his camera just a second ago. I mean, there's only 2 lings on hold position on this ramp, and I think one of them is one-shottable. Well, the Vulture not able to connect with those grenades. Okay, now he does.
Oh.
Drone on the ramp is going to try to save the day, but it does not. And that means we've got a Vulture in the main and just instantly taps out. And that means we've got our first round of 4 finalists. The first time for Royal, he's going to be moving on.
Look at that cam of how Royal was smiling. And Shine, I mean, I really wanted to see his backup builds, but we didn't really get to see his backup builds today. Was somewhat unfortunate. Maybe his plan did not work out really, really well. And Royal was literally countering everything, like how he was saying in the pre-interview. I know what he will be doing.
Well, he was right. He had the perfect counter every single game. It started in game 1 with the 5 racks versus the Mutas. He had the perfect timing. His 5 racks in the Arkanoid game after the race was at the perfect timing, and now, of course, his 8 racks into tech was a brilliant move. And Shine even scouted it, which is the most heartbreaking part. So you know he's got to be kicking himself for how that game went.
Yeah, I think we're going to be taking a look at the replay here. I mean, yeah, drone was glitching there. Drone was stacked and glitching, and now he tried to do the drone drill. But drone drill failed. And that low HP Marine survived the one last hit, and none of the Marine died, and the bunker finished on time as well. Yeah, so the moment when I saw the spawning pool was so late, I think it was somewhat not looking great for Shine to hold off this proxy 8 racks. Maybe, I mean, he saw the proxy 8 racks, and he still had a chance to cancel the hatchery and gets the return about the 225 mineral, I believe. Yeah, 225 mineral. Return, and then puts on the 12 pool, then maybe that can be a safety choice, but I guess he just wanted to micro and hold up this proxy Rex, but it really didn't work out well for him.
Yeah, indeed, it did not work out at all. And now we're going to be going into our interview with our first round of 4 finalists.
So this is ASL Season 14 Round.8 Match 1. Day 1 Royal vs Shine. Royal, he does not know how to stop. He just been winning all the time, and he made it into round of 4 semi-final. It is your first time making it into semi-final, and it was very comfortable game for you. You were also having such a great or strong confidence in a pre-interview, and you actually showed how strong you were. How do you feel?
정말 생각지도 못하는 빌드를 들고 오면 어떡하나 좀 걱정을 했었는데 생각보다 좀 무난하게 하더라고요. 그래서 첫판
So Roy was kind of expecting Shine will be doing somewhat a backup build and doing something weird playstyle, but in the first game, when Shine was doing such a classic build, Royal kind of figured out Shine will be doing the standard build most of the game.
저를 상대하기가 더 어려울 거라고 저는 생각을 했거든. 제가 워낙 초반에 뭐 8배럭이나 뭐 땡더블이나 이것저것 되게 많이 해가지고
Royal is saying that
첫 판에
he kind of knows Shine, somewhat feeling uncomfortable to play against Royal because Royal is the type of player who does 8 racks, racks expansion, or 14cc, or it can be a factory expansion into like a 2-port race, how he was doing in game number 2. So there's a Terrence backup build Royal has, and made somewhat uncomfortable for Shine to play against Royal. So he kind of felt something there in game number 1 and game number 2.
그 정도까지는 아니라고 생각을 하는데 이게 이상하게 대회에서는 저거전이 진짜 좀 잘 되는 것 같아요. 이게 확실히 상성이라는 게 대회에서 좀 먹히다 보니까 제가
So Royal saying something about the online performance and an ASL performance. Online performance, he doesn't have that great record in 10 vs Zerg matchup, but whenever he plays in an ASL, he plays really well. Things just work out so well for him. And now you're in a semi-final. Now you are going to be waiting in a semi-final. It is going to be either Bisu or Soki that will be having the match tomorrow. Who would you like to face against? So Royal is saying that he's somewhat feeling comfortable to play against Zerg. He does not want to win the ASL just playing against Zerg matchup. He also wants to face some other race, Preuss. He wants to play against Bisu. And also, they were also in the same team in an SK Telecom. There's a Asian culture like a senpai. And pretty much Bisu was his senpai in SK Telecom. So he kind of wants to challenge against Bisu in semi-final. Everything just kind of worked out so well for him in an ASL bracket round of 8. Royal kind of thinks it is going to be his chance that he has a chance. He's going to be having a shot to get the ASL champ title. Any last word to your fans and your teammates? So there's only a single Terran student from CWU, Cheolwa University. Only one person came to root for his game, so he wants to say thanks to her, and also thanks to those teammates who are watching online. He also wants to say thanks to Terror for you, the Korean Terror. He also wants to mention about the practice partner, JD, Hero, Soma, Beast. So 4 players help Royal out for this ASL round of 8, and he appreciates for the help. And thank you for the interview, and congratulations making it into round of 4.
Yep, well done today from Royal. And I am happy to hear that he does not want to play versus another Zerg simply because I want to see his strong Terran versus Protoss. He's not just a mastermind in Terran versus Zerg. I mean, he can really bring it in TVP. We get a rundown of how today's games went. It was a bit of a slaughter. It looked like it could be a good day for Shine during the first game. Like, he had good muta control, did a lot of damage. But after that, it was all Royal all day. Just overran him on Allegro. Held the attack on Arkanoid, and then of course we saw the bit of unfortunate luck with the drones clumping up, getting bugged out on Vermeer versus the 8 racks. But Shine put on a hell of a tournament. He had a really fantastic game versus Light. When I saw that game, I was like, wow, is he really going to kill Light? I can't believe it. But unfortunately, he is eliminated. And tomorrow, we've got Bisu versus Sulky, and that's going to be a hell of a matchup because Bisu, he's well known for his PvZ for years. But Sulky, he's just such a killer in Zerg versus Protoss.
Yeah, it's kind of like a spear versus spear matchup here, what we can see for tomorrow. And Royal is just absolutely beast in this season, and also on an online performance like Ultimate Battle, like a total 9 games matchup, and he has been taking down lots of players there. And recently he just got eliminated in the Ultimate Battle against Snow 5-4. And yeah, I really like to see how well he's going to be performing if he ever gets to play against Bisu. And yeah, that's the map pool. Botter, Vermeer, Nemesis, Sylphid, and Odyssey, and we can see those maps that has been chosen by those 2 players. And it looks like we can get to see some like a standard map, and also 2 conceptual maps, Nemesis and Odyssey.
Yep, 2 of the new maps are in there. Critically for Bisu, the Arcanoid map has been banned, and actually an Allegro ban. And I'm thinking back to, just last week where Mini ended up vetoing Allegro. So if Mini's vetoing Allegro and he's a Protoss versus Zerg specialist, it feels like that would have had to been a hard map for Protoss to deal with, and I don't see that there either. So it seems like this could be a good map draw for Bisu, in my opinion. But he is facing Sulky, who is just so dangerous in ZVP. He really loves that Hydra Lurker contain that we saw last week in the Snow game on Vermeer. I don't remember if that was Sulky or not, but I do remember the massive contain that Snow busted out of, and that is something that Sulky really loves to go for.
Yeah, tomorrow's also going to be an exciting game, and I wonder if Sulky is gonna be doing super aggressive, so like how Soma was doing, like the overpull with the gas follow up, or maybe just super standard build. I mean, most of the games that we have seen on the ASL Performance PvZ matchup, then lots of Zerg players started to go with the overpull gas for some reason and try to do the mind game. Whether, hey, I'm getting the metabolic boost, and then it can be a 2-hatch follow up, or it can be a 3-hatch follow up. Guess what I'm gonna be doing?
Yeah, I can't even remember the last time we saw, I'm going to say a normal opener, because that seems like an abnormal opener, at least right now it seems like an abnormal opener. I do agree. I want to know if Sulky's going to mix that in also, because he definitely can. He can definitely mix that in if he wants to. But that's it today. It was a quick day scan, just over an hour long, because Royal speed ran through Shine. We'll be back tomorrow with PvZ. We are just waiting for Caster Park to give us the signal. It looks like he's about to get it. So thank you all for watching, and we will see you tomorrow. I think we're about to tune out in just a moment.
Yeah, I guess they're still wrapping it up. How the game has been gone, and it was too short of watching this best of 5. Maybe that can be one of the reason why those commentators are trying to wrap it up as long as possible, and also advertise the Hot 6 as well.
Well, let me ask, did the games go as you thought? Like, did you have in your mind, like, this is how it's going to actually go? Or was there any surprises?
Well, I was surprised how Royal was just so good at this, the mind game, and also the bag of builds that he has against Zerg. And well, it was kind of unfortunate that Shine didn't get to do the interview because he didn't win. I helped him out for the ASL practice, and Shine was doing the totally opposite build for some reason. I mean, near Arcanoid, he prepared for something like a macro play stuff, but I guess he decided to do for the all-in for some reason, I guess.
Well, that's interesting that at least in your games versus Shine, he didn't end up going for whatever strategies he showed. But, I mean, maybe he had better success versus other players with those particular builds, but definitely did not have success versus Royal today, because Royal had all the counters. The only game I was worried about was the Allegro game. When I saw the depots, I was like, oh no, I've seen this before. My entire SCV line dies. But other than that, I mean, he just played fantastic. And, you know, last season I was calling it, I was saying, or not last season, last year, I was like, you know what? Hush and Royal, they're the go-to Terrans. And Royal didn't play, or didn't go as far as I expected last year. But maybe now, finally in ASL Season 14 in 2022, maybe this is finally the year of Royal to get a win in ASL.
Yeah, Royal, this is going to be a chance that he might gonna be getting the ASL champ title. And the map doesn't seem too bad for him, I guess, because he doesn't play he does play standard, but he can play non-standard playstyle as well. And compared to the other Terran players, they somewhat not that great compared to like the levels of how Royal is doing, and they somewhat starts to fall off because the optimization starts to break it down and not doing well against the opponent. That's how I felt. I mean, Light, he just plays standard. He doesn't play something a weird strategy. Whenever Light does this weird build, like how he was doing against Hero a couple seasons ago, like a 1 factory collide and factory expansion into Star Follow and collide Valkyrie build, and then he wanted to kill the Oboler and move out with a couple of collides, and he instantly died because of the mirrorless and Zergling backstab move. And yeah, there are some of the Terran players who are not that great with the conceptual build, but Royal, he's good at everything, standard and non-standard.
Yeah, and that's what makes him so dangerous, is he can play the standard, he can play the big time macro, but you also gotta be aware that this guy can all in you, and he can mega all in you because he's already pulled out that 888 build that we saw, and then we saw the double bunker on Vermeer into tech, which I mean he was super all in there. If he doesn't get those drone kills, he's cut so many SCVs that he's in big time trouble. So again, guys, thank you for watching. We'll be back tomorrow. It's gonna be another star-studded lineup. It's gonna be Bisu versus Sulky. You definitely don't want to miss that one.